and I read about that white Fiat that was in the tunnel with Princess Diana, and I was thinking nobody ever mentioned that. Welcome back to the Junior Mints Podcast. This podcast is here to help you guys navigate life while also helping you guys have a fun life as well. My name is Finn Lawler. I'm your host, and let's jump right in. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about a tragedy that captivated the globe, and for many people, remains a mystery and one open question: the death of Diana, Princess of Wales. What happened to her? So this is something I kind of been thinking about. Like I was for some reason reading up on conspiracy theories recently, and I'm like, you know what? I want to know what happened to Princess Diana. Like, sure, we'll probably never get the answer to it, but like, it can be kind of fun to make theories and stuff like that. So on August 31st, 1997, the world was stunned by the news that Diana had been killed in a car crash in a Paris tunnel. With her in the car with her boyfriend, Dottie, I don't know, Dodi Fayed, and the driver, Henry Paul, whom both of whom also died. The sole survivor was her bodyguard, Trevor Reese Jones. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Their official verdict was that the crash was a tragic accident caused by a combination of a speeding drunk driver and the reckless pursuit of paparazzi, but almost immediately, a web of alternative explanations began to form. These aren't just isolated whispers, they've become some of the most enduring conspiracy theories of our time. So, why do these theories persist? And what are the main claims? First and foremost is the idea that Diana's death was not an accident at all, but a deliberate plot. The most prominent voice for this theory was Dodi's father. He claimed that the British royal family and the British intelligence services, specifically MI6, had orchestrated the crash. The motive, according to him, was to prevent Diana from marrying Dodi, a Muslim, and having a child with him. This, he argued, would have been an unacceptable embarrassment to the monarchy. Al Fayed uh, claimed Diana was pregnant at the time of her death, a key point of this theory. First of all, I had trouble reading that and things are getting weird. Second of all, another major component of these theories centers on the driver, Henry Paul. While official investigations concluded he was drunk and driving at high speed, some have suggested he was on the payroll of a security service and that his erratic driving was part of the plan. There are also claims that the blood samples used to test his alcohol were not even his. Hmm. Then there's the flash of light theory. Several witnesses reported seeing a bright flash in the tunnel just before the crash. Conspiracy theorists latched onto this, suggesting it was a deliberate tactic used by an intelligence agency, perhaps MI6, to blind the driver and cause the crash. This was a technique allegedly known to have been used in other covert operations. Excuse me? For years, these theories gained traction, fueled by a general distrust of the establishment and the perceived coldness of the royal family's initial response to Diana's death. It also didn't help that some of Diana's own correspondence, published years later, revealed her personal fears that someone was plotting to cause her a car accident. Wow. The added layer of chilling validation for those who believed in a conspiracy. But what about the investigations? The French police, in a lengthy British inquiry known as Operation Paget, Paget, meticulously exclaimed these claims. Uh, they found no credible evidence of a conspiracy. The British inquiry, which lasted 3 years and cost millions of dollars, concluded that Diana was not pregnant and had not been planning to marry Dodi. They reaffirmed that the crash was a tragic accident caused by Henry Paul's drunken and reckless driving and the paparazzi's pursuit. A jury inquest in 2008 echoed this finding, ruling Diana and Doty's deaths an unlawful killing caused by the reckless actions of the driver and the pursuing paparazzi. Despite the official verdicts and the debunking of key claims, the theories have not gone away. Why? Psychologists and sociologists say that the allure of conspiracy theories often stem from our need to find an order. Need to find order in chaos. The death of a global icon like Princess Diana in such a sudden and senseless way is deeply unsettling. It's hard for many to accept that a life is so significant could end due to a simple accident. A conspiracy theory, no matter how outlandish, provides a narrative, a sense of agency, and a villain. It's more comforting to believe that powerful secret forces were at work than to accept that her death was a random tragic stroke of fate. The fact that some elements of the crash remain murky, like the unidentified white Fiat, I was going to get to that. I was getting through this. I'm like, wait, what about the Fiat that was found? Like the unidentified, white Fiat that may have clipped the Mercedes, not only serves to keep those theories alive. In the absence of a complete perfect picture, the human mind is so quick to fill in the blanks with the most dramatic story. So while the official record is clear for many, the story of Princess Diana's death will forever be an open book. Now, yes, it is quite sad that Princess Diana was. I think she was murdered. I'll just say that. But at the same time, it's like, what about that white Fiat? Like, I went to my like a bookstore. This was maybe a few months ago, and I was reading up on conspiracy theories, and I was thinking, and I read about that white Fiat that was in the tunnel with Princess Diana, and I was thinking, nobody ever mentioned that. It it's not an answer we're gonna get now because the story is long gone. But it kind of makes you think like it's kind of like the Amelia Earhart episode I did a while ago, where it's like, okay, like there's got to be some sort of explanation here. So anyway, yeah, no, Princess, the whole thing, I'm convinced that Princess Diana was murdered, but that's just my brain. If I get a theory in my head, it just goes wild, and I have a lot of outcomes. Like some of them don't make any sense. In fact, none of them do. But yet again, maybe they do make sense. So, anyway, this has been the Juniorman's Podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening. If you'd enjoyed it, please drop a like, subscribe down below, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.